Hey you guys, so I am actually building my tornado safety kit today because we are having some crazy storms. And so a couple weeks ago, you might have seen that I shared that we had to shelter in place. And at that time, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally need like a tornado or safety kit basket in our safe place. And you know, if you live in an area that has, you know, severe weather that comes through, you should have a place that is your safe place. And so if it's a tornado, then you want to be on the lowest level that you can get, away from windows. A lot of times it's a bathroom, an interior bathroom. We have a basement, and so we have a closet that's like under the stairs, and so it's large enough for all of us to get in there. So that is our safe place. But anyways, have a place in your house that you can tell your kids, like, this is our safe place, go there. And so that's step number one, is just to figure out where your safe place is. And so next I am going to do is build a kit to keep in there. So this is something that is gonna stay there so that if we ever have to, you know, shelter in place or whatever, all of this is already waiting for us. And so thankfully, whenever we did shelter in place a couple of weeks ago, it was no big deal. You know, we had to stay there for like an hour, but the storms went on through, and thankfully there was no damage or anything. But we are having a severe storm pass through today, and so my phone is like going crazy with tornado warnings and watches and everything. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop and I'm going to build this kit real fast that I said I was gonna build. And since several of you guys were like, what do you even put in that? And so I'm gonna show you what I'm putting in mine, and that might give you some ideas about what to put in yours. And I think this is a great idea for anybody to have like an emergency like kit that's ready to go, so that if there's an emergency, it's already ready. Like, you have snacks, you have band-aids, you have everything that you need, and you don't have to stress about that. So I already gave you some things. So the first thing, whenever I was down there in my closet, the first thing I was like was, oh my gosh, we should have had like snacks and water down here, because you know, the kids, I was by myself with the kids. I had all three kids with me, and I was just like, okay, I need to keep it cool. And if you're a mom, you know, like, if you're in any situation, just throw snacks at the kids. And so that's what I was like, man, I should have had snacks here to keep them, like, because they were kind of, you know, antsy and wondering like, why are we in the closet? We've never done this before. And so that's my step number one. So I would have some snacks that you can put down there that are non-perishable. Obviously you can switch them out on some routine, you know, to make sure that they're fresh. But you know, so we have some Lara bars and some different things like that that I can put in there. They'll stay safe. And then also some water. So I'm not going to put anything down there other than that, just something that, you know, is not gonna perish. Some people were putting like canned goods. I don't want canned goods down there, just because I would rather just have like Lara bars and stuff and nuts and things like that that I know that they can snack on, and me to snack on too. But anyway, so I'm putting some snacks in there. Another thing is a flashlight. This is like an emergency flashlight kind of thing. And I didn't even have a flashlight down there. So I had my phone that has a flashlight on it, but I wanted to save my battery. And so I'm putting a flashlight in my kit, and then I'm also putting some extra batteries in my kit too. So, you know, just simple things like that that you don't think about, but just having a place where it's all together. And then another thing was that, you know, my cell phone was like at 15%. Like, I had not charged it that day, and it was late in the afternoon. And so I was like, oh my gosh, you know, Adam was out and he was trying to get back home. And so, you know, I was a little concerned about my phone running out of battery power. And so I would put a cell phone, this is a battery pack that doesn't have to be like, you just plug your cell phone charger into it. Have a battery pack that's fully charged in your survival kit, because that's, you know, that's how you're going to communicate. That's how I was communicating with Adam, and like, where are you? Are you almost here? We're okay, you know, that sort of a thing. And so you don't want your phone to lose all of its juice while you are checking on the weather, getting that update and everything. And so I personally don't have a radio, because I don't use it. And so anyways, if you have a radio, get a little radio, and put it in there, because they'll keep you up to date if your, you know, phone does die, or you don't have that cell phone tower sort of a thing. But I don't have one, so that one's not going in my kit today. And then band-aids, you know, I have you know, just some band-aids, some general like first aid kit kind of stuff I'm gonna put in there. A pair of scissors, because you never know, you always need to cut something or whatever. And then I'm putting some like cards so the kids can, you know, play some games. They were just bored, and I was like trying to like, okay guys, we have to like stay in this room, what can we do, you know, sort of a thing. And so put some games, some, you know, like little things that can keep them occupied, but not like thinking about like, okay, there's like a real danger out there, you know, like keeping them kind of calm, you calm and safe in your safety room, your safety area. And then I have a pen because I'm gonna put like a notebook in there and some different things just so they can like draw or whatever. But anyways, it's not that hard. Like it took me like 2 seconds to build this, but now I feel way more prepared that if, you know, the storms come and they are, you know, rougher than we thought, and we have some tornadoes that are forming that we know now, like whenever your phone says shelter, like go to a safe place, that's what happened. And I felt so frantic, and I don't want to feel that way ever again. And so I'm going to be prepared, and I want you to be prepared. So hopefully this gave you some ideas to build your own safety kit. If you already have one, let me know what's in your kit. But anyways, I want to help you and your kids stay safe throughout all of the storms. And so I hope that this helped you guys.